When you're about to get a real estate loan, some people wonder, how do I get a real estate loan with bad credit? Maybe you've had something in your past tank your credit. Can you still get a loan? Let's find out. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and the founder of the Multifamily CEO System. My passion is helping people just like you create financial freedom with real estate. And one of the fastest ways to do that is by leveraging bank and borrowed money. The problem is sometimes you have bad credit. What if you do have bad credit? How do you get a loan? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 ways you can get money even if you have bad credit. But make sure you stick around to the end because I have a free gift I want to give you for tuning in today. Let's get started. The first way to get a loan, even if you have bad credit, is by leveraging a private lender. A private lender is somebody who's not a bank, they're not an institutional lender, but they loan to people just like you who may have bad credit. They loan to people that may have a mark on their credit that they haven't been able to shake yet, but they really want to get into real estate. Because a lot of times private lenders know bad credit is a statement of your past, not necessarily your present. Now, it might be your present, and you may need to shift some of your spending and financial habits, but private lenders look at the history and the story. They know that your history doesn't determine your future or your present. So when they look at you as a borrower, they look at why your credit is bad, and if you've changed what put your credit in a bad spot to begin with. But private lenders are a great place to start. Here's what you need to know about private lenders. The first thing is private lenders are probably going to charge you a higher interest rate than a bank. Most banks right now, when we're filming this, are in the 3 to 5% range, depending on your credit and income. And private lenders will be 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10% on a project, but you'll be able to get the deal done. Now, if you're going to leverage a private lender, make sure that the interest rate they're going to charge you fits into the deal. Make sure the deal still cash flows when you're paying that higher interest rate. But as a side note with a private lender, instead of asking them to loan you money, ask them if they'd come in as a partner on the deal and take 50% equity in the deal for putting up the money, and you'll do all the work. It's a way you can get a loan for real estate. They can own 50% of the deal, and everybody makes more money than if you just paid them the 6, 7, 8% they require, and it will reduce the risk for you because 2 people are accepting the risk, not just 1. The second way to get a loan if you have bad or tarnished credit is through a hard money lender, or what we call an HML. An HML will again charge you a much higher interest rate. They will often have fees associated with that deal. However, a hard money lender will actually look at the merits of the deal as much as they look at you as a borrower. And the good news about hard money lenders is they are looking for you as much as you are looking for them. You can actually Google hard money lenders in the area in which you're seeking to invest and connect with hard money lenders that actually want a loan on the types of projects you're looking at. Now, a hard money lender does also want and require some experience. So if this is your very first deal, what I would do is partner with an experienced operator or an experienced real estate investor on 1 or 2 deals to gain that experience so that you can jump over that hurdle of needing the experience ahead of time. Because the truth of the matter is, we all start off with no experience. The way around that is to partner with people that have it so that you can leverage their experience and you both can make a little bit of money of the deal, but more important than the money you make from the deal is the experience you get from the deal. And the experience you get from the deal is going to help you to get money from a hard money lender over and over and over again. Plus, by borrowing money from a hard money lender and paying them back inside their terms, it's going to give you a boost in your credit, and it's going to show that you continue to pay your bills. It's going to strengthen your credit more than just simply buying and selling off of the books. The more you can do your buying and selling on the books, meaning through banks and lenders, you're going to be able to build that credit, and your bad credit is not going to be bad credit for long. The third way to get a loan, even if you have bad credit, is I lightly mentioned it earlier, is to partner with somebody. Partner with somebody that has the experience and maybe even the money so you can get a deal to the finish line faster, even if you have bad credit. When I first started off in real estate, my very first deal, I was 19 years old when I built my very first duplex, and my wife and I moved into half of that duplex and rented the other half out. How in the world was I going to get a $130,000 loan when I was 19 years old, 0 credit, and absolutely nothing to show that I was actually going to pay this loan back? What I did was I partnered with somebody. In this case, it was my parents. I had them come on the loan with me. I was able to get that loan to the finish line. I built this project. I ended up selling that property and made a lot of money off that deal because I partnered with somebody who had the credit and the know-how to get that loan done. And then I was able to leverage that experience, and I was able to get that loan, and I was able to get a deal done. The truth of the matter is, after that deal at age 20, I was never going to be told I didn't have experience again. That's the power of partnering with somebody. There's a couple different ways you can partner. You can actually partner with like a private money investor that can invest in your deal. You can partner with somebody who comes on the loan with you and helps you get an institutional loan. You can partner with somebody that co-signs for the loan. There's a lot of different ways to partner, but the truth of the matter is, don't write off partnering. Make sure you partner on a deal to gain the experience and to build your credit. Because again, if you partner on that deal, you won't have to very long. Before I go on to the next tip, share this video with somebody who may have bad credit but may want to get into real estate. We want to help as many people as possible. Share this video and let them know just because they have bad credit doesn't mean they can't invest in real estate, and this video will tell you how. The next way you can get a loan, even if you have bad credit, is by leveraging seller financing, or sometimes it's called land contract or owner financing. This is the idea that the seller will act as the bank. You'll make payments to them for the property rather than having to go and pay a bank for that property. So even if you have bad credit, the seller can still sell you the property in a seller financing way. Seller financing opens up tons of opportunity in the real estate space. And by the way, I have good credit and I still ask sellers if they'll do seller financing so I don't have to go through the pain of going to banks and getting money. So even when you get good credit, seller financing is still a great way to invest in real estate. The fifth way to get a loan if you have bad credit is to raise money from a private investor and have them be the primary loan holder. This takes some nuance because often equity investors will invest in a deal, they'll get north of 50%, 50, 60, maybe sometimes even 70% of a deal because they've put up all the money for the deal. But a lot of times investors don't actually go on the loans. You and I as the owners of the property go on the loan, and we protect the risk of our investors by them not going on the loan. So the nuance of this idea is to have them invest in the property and come on the loan, and you take a much smaller percentage because you have to understand, we have to think bigger than one property. If you're going to continue to invest in properties over and over again, building your experience and your network is way more important than the amount of equity you have on your very first deal. But a quick bonus tip, if you can't get a loan and you have bad credit but you have capital, is invest in somebody else's deal. There's people like me who raise private money all the time to invest in deals. And if you have capital but bad credit, invest in somebody else's deal where you're not going to go on the loan and they can do all the work, they can get the loan, they can do the project, and you can leverage that project and you can actually make money. And because you're the investor, you're going to get more equity anyway. So if you have capital, investing passively is a great way to do this. We have a lot of investors that do have bad capital. They have a bankrupted business in the past, or they had to shut down something that wasn't working. And the truth is, now that's on their record for 7 to 10 years, even though they have money. I have a private investor right now who's a dentist who's a very wealthy man, but has a bankruptcy in his past, and it stays on for almost a decade. He invests in our deals because he doesn't want to go on the loan for his own deals. Again, investing passively is another way to leverage a deal and never get a loan. I also want to let you know about our online training called Seller Financing Secrets. If you click the link in the description, you'll be taken to a page that explains a product that will really help you leverage the seller financing secrets way so you can knock down properties even if you have bad credit and even if you can't get loans, or even if you can get loans, but you want to knock down properties without going to the banks. This is a great product for you. Click that link below. You'll be taken to a page that'll explain it all. I'd love to see you inside the training.